What happened was I was recruited in Chicago. You get recruited
Wow.
like to high school sometimes, right? And
Yeah.
so I got recruited to and was going on like a recruitment trip to this school called Mount Carmel.
Oh.
And they do like evaluations on your height and if you're gonna grow. And it was, they basically told me that I wasn't gonna grow, but that I was a really good player and that, they would move my position. I could be a corner, and I was just like, yeah, nah. And from that point on, I never played ever again. Like I got done with that. I quit high school. I moved to LA and
Wow.
and I started trying to make music. Like that was it.
Who was disappointed in the family that you quit football? Anybody?
No, no, nobody. I'm 16 years old. Like, so I'm not so deep into it that it's like I can't turn it around. But at the same time, it's like my mind is just like either we're doing this
Yeah.
or we're doing that. And
Right.
so at that moment, it was like, you know, it wasn't that quite that clear, but it was just I knew school was going to be a waste of my time. That was the biggest thing because I knew I was going to be educated. So it wasn't a matter of like if I was going to go. It was just how much time because I'm already in the studio.
Right.
So it's like I'm taking the train to get to the studio
Right.
and then trying to get back to school in the mornings, like, and so this is like an hour commute. And so it's like, and I'm working when I'm going to LA, like I'm working with Immature, I'm working with Brandy, I'm working with, people like Shantae Moore, Aaron Hall in the early days. And it's like, this isn't going to work. And
Right.
so my mom and my brothers kind of were just like, it was them that really was like, school is not going to do anything.
Mhm.
And they kind of really took me out.
That's crazy. Why LA and not New York? I mean, New York seemed to be a little bit closer. Did you get a call that made you say, "Well, yeah, I slide out"?
Well, it was I'm big on point of attraction. So
Right.
my point of attraction in music, my initial point of attraction is Lil Silas Jr. Like
Oh.
Lil Silas Jr. was the A&R. He was the head of West Coast, basically MCA, and Andre was the head of East, right? In black music. And so any heartbreak, poison, like, all those records, Pebbles,
Yeah.
LA and Babyface, Jam and Lewis,
Yeah.
those are all the producers that he's hiring.
Right.
So those are the people that make records for him. Andre has the people that are making records for him, but it's two different things. But I identify with this sound,
Right.
and so and the lifestyle, like California versus New York.
Right.
I'm more of a California.
No hustle and bustle.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm from Chicago.
Everybody chill from Chicago.
We're not gonna move from cold to cold.
That's a fact.
That's just not like that's just not using your head wise. It's like it's cold as hell. We're experiencing the cold. It's not,
Right.
the cold isn't as cold when you get rich, but when you're broke and cold, it's real cold.
It's real cold.
Yeah. And so like when you don't have the car services, you don't have the dip in and dip out. So you standing on the train waiting in the middle of the freeway taking the L, like you're like, you make some promises to God that if you ever
Facts.
if I ever get out of this situation, God, I promise you I'll never.
We all say that.
Yeah.
And go right back to it. Did you when you made your move to LA, did you have to squat or did you just initially have your own spot and all that, or did you have to do some couch surfing? A lot of, and I talk to the young kids now, a lot of them make that bold move from their hometown to go somewhere, but they got to wind up squatting for a little bit. Most famously, in the hipster, we had like a little hipster area. It was around 2008 to 2011. You had like Asher Roth, you had Currency, Drake was even involved, Wale was part of them. A lot of people left their hometowns and went and squatted in Houston for 3 months and met everybody.
When you say squat, what does that mean? Exactly?
Just like didn't have no place to stay. Like just like, yo, I'm just moving. So when I came to school, give you an example. I left Philly. I came to school in Atlanta to go to Clark, right?
Mm-hmm.
During 9/11, I was homeless. Yeah, I was just sleeping on floors, but I knew I could not leave Atlanta or my opportunity was over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I never had the I never squatted like in that sense. Before I left, I had just signed a publishing deal.
Okay,
Um,
that makes sense.
I mean, listen,
The hop, skip, and the jump wasn't making sense at first. I was like, you went to LA
well,
or
listen,
Chicago?
ambitious. It was 15,000.
That's
So,
right.
okay, so it's a $15,000 publishing deal, and keep in mind
That might have been 150,000. What was that? 91, 90? What was that?
that was probably like 92. So 15
15,000 was a lot.
15,000, but keep in mind, me being me, I took the team too with me. Like I had team because it was me and my brothers. My brother Laney, he was the leader of it, but at the same time within the squad, I had my own squad. I had my writer, this dude named Nick DeBenedetto that I was coming out. We had a group together. That I had the girl that I was kicking it with, and then a whole, it was just. So I'm doing too much already from the beginning, and so that would tend to be a trend that would follow me.
So you run. So I talk about this running out of money when you're young. How did you stop from running out of money? You got to LA. You had your whole team. You had 15 bands.
Yeah.
Did you go there? It's like, I'm gonna make me some money.
Yeah.
And how long did it take?
Man, I know how to make money.
That's right.
Like I know how to make money.
That's right.
I can't, because the biggest thing is I know where the money is.
That's right.
Most people spend a lot of time not investing time where the money isn't.
Right.
I figured out very early that labels pay me.
Right.
Like artists don't pay me.
Yep.
I don't work with artists. Like I don't really work for artists.
Mm-hmm.
I work for artists when labels call me about the artists that they have signed and they have an agenda for.
That's right.
When they get in their zone.
That's
but
right.
Artists are always recording. And so, but artists are always recording, but they're not always paying. I'm in the business of always getting paid for doing music.
Right.
Regardless of its success or not. And so from that standpoint, positioning myself in that equation, because like I said, going back to being a kid, I've watched this the whole time. So I've seen the money exchange hands and I see where it never exchanges hands. And so as soon as I'm going down a road where that money's not gonna be there,
right?
Like I'd rather go to dinner. And so running out of money is something that you could do when you overinvest, but at the same time, you have to be able to generate the income, and generating the income is about knowing where
the money is.
Yeah, where the money is and where the money resides.
Very important.
And when you produce,
oh yeah,
we work for the label.
Right.
Like that's what people don't understand.
That's a budget.
Yeah. You work for the label. If you're working for the artist,
right,
the makeup artist is going to get paid before you. The hair person gets paid before you. Everything that is important to what the artist does is the places that they will invest, because it's about what they need.
1000%.
But the label needs us to make them a hit.
That's the label money.